You're standing in front of the mirror this morning, brushing your teeth, zoning out. And somewhere in the back of your head, something is watching you do it. Not a thought. Not a feeling. Something else. What if the thing watching isn't the same thing doing the brushing? What if right now, in this moment, there are two of you? Because the science says you just might. Your brain is not one thing. It never was. It's two separate hemispheres, connected by a bridge called the corpus callosum. That's a fancy name for the cable that keeps your two brains talking to each other. Most of the time, that cable works perfectly. The two sides talk constantly, thousands of signals per second. But sometimes, the signal doesn't go through. Right now, your right foot is controlled by your left brain. Your left foot by your right brain. They cooperate perfectly, most of the time. But what happens when they disagree? That's where it gets strange. In the 1960s, scientists discovered people who had literally been split in two. And what they found changed everything we thought we knew about the self. It started with a man named W.J. He was having severe epileptic seizures, uncontrollable electrical storms in his brain, happening dozens of times a day. The seizures would start on one side of his brain, cross the bridge, and flood the other side. His whole brain would short-circuit at once. The doctors made a radical decision. They would cut the corpus callosum. Sever the bridge entirely. The seizures stopped. W.J. seemed normal. He could walk, talk, joke around. His family said he seemed fine. But scientists Roger Spey and Michael Gazzaniga weren't convinced. They designed a series of experiments that revealed the truth. Here's one of their experiments. W.J. sits at a table. A screen hides the lower half of his view, he can only see straight ahead. A spoon is placed in his left hand, hidden from view. The scientist asks, "What are you holding?" W.J. says, "Nothing." He has no idea. But then his left hand lifts it up, and he sees it. Suddenly he knows. His right brain knew all along. His left brain, the talking brain, had no idea. Here's what Spey discovered. The left brain handles language. It's the talker. The explainer. The one narrating your life right now. The right brain is spatial, creative, non-verbal. It understands, it just can't speak. When a red circle was flashed to his right visual field, left brain territory, he could describe it perfectly. But when the same object was shown to his right brain, his left brain said he saw nothing. Meanwhile, his left hand silently drew the shape on paper. His right brain knew. It just couldn't say the words. Two complete streams of consciousness. In the same skull. Each unaware of what the other knows. Spey won the Nobel Prize for this in 1981. And the question he left us with still doesn't have a clean answer. If there are two separate processes in your head, two streams of experience, which one is the real you? Here's where it gets unsettling. Your left brain, the talker, has a job Gazzaniga called the interpreter. And it has a habit that should bother you. It makes up reasons. Constantly. Your left brain's job is to narrate your life, and when it doesn't know why something happened, it invents an explanation. And it believes the story completely. In one experiment, a command was flashed to W.J.'s right brain, "Stand up." He stood up. When asked why, his left brain, which never received the command, said, "I felt like stretching." His left brain had no idea why his body moved. So it created a reason that felt true. And it had no idea it was lying. Your left brain does this to you. Every single day. You reach for your phone and your brain says, "I was just checking the time." You avoid a hard conversation and your brain says, "It's not the right moment." You grab junk food and your brain says, "I've earned this." But the real decision, the impulse, the craving, the avoidance, that came from somewhere deeper. From the right brain. From the subconscious. And your left brain just explained it after the fact. Research by neuroscientist Benjamin Libet showed your brain initiates movement a full half-second before you're consciously aware of deciding. The decision happens. Then your narrator tells you why. That gap, that half-second, is where the real you might live. Think about the last time you stayed up way too late scrolling. Your left brain had a reason: one more video, one more post, it's interesting. But your right brain, your pattern-seeking, reward-chasing hemisphere, was running a loop. A dopamine loop. Needing the next hit. Not knowing when to stop. The left brain tells you it's in charge. That you made a choice. But the research says otherwise. But here's the part nobody tells you. The fact that you can watch your own brain make a bad decision, that awareness? That might be something different entirely. Something that exists above both hemispheres. The moment you catch yourself about to scroll mindlessly, and you stop, that pause isn't left brain or right brain. That's something else. That's the watcher. And the watcher might be the closest thing to the real you. Remember the mirror from the beginning? The one doing, and the one watching? There's a third thing. The one watching the watcher. And it has been there this whole time. Your brain is not one thing. It never was. Two hemispheres. Two processors. One body. And somewhere above the noise of both, something that watches. Something that notices. The next time you find yourself doing something you didn't consciously decide, reaching for the snack, picking up the phone, saying something you didn't plan, don't ask, "Why did I do that?" Ask, "Which one of me did that?" Because you have always been more than one. You just never noticed.